Talofa lava, I'm Derek Saumolia, Pacific Health Social Services Team Leader. I think a big part of well-being is things like how we navigate grief and trauma. About 8 years ago, my wife passed away, and that was a really traumatic event in my family and naturally my marriage and personal relationships with people at church and the community. And it's a space where we can say things sometimes, and we all get into this space of sharing. We always like people to share in a way that would comfort and bring hope and being supportive. And I think those spaces of well-being and in trauma and grief, those are spaces where sometimes as men we can really struggle and go into ourselves. So in my situation, being in a church and the community, there were so many messages on Facebook, on Messenger. I had to get out of there because I got sick and tired of hearing the same stuff, and people didn't really know what was going on for me. And it was just too much being on the social media. But there were key people who would come alongside me and check in. And I think that's important. Who are those key people that you can check in with, you trust, that you can, there's a safe space to share some of that stuff. So well-being is really important to not only for your emotional, but your spiritual, but also your family's well-being. And that's probably my hugest encouragement. What are you doing about your well-being? And it doesn't have to be big. Like you might need to talk to someone or have someone listen, or maybe you need to go for a walk, listen to something while you're going for a walk. I'm a natural kind of introvert, so I don't like going to the mall. I don't like going to concerts. I don't like crowds. I like my own space. I like to be alone. I like quiet, even though I've got 7 kids. But there's a time for that, and there's a time for not cheeking out, but recharging my batteries away from the crowds and the noise. And I'm not talking about family, I'm talking about when we can busy ourselves with life, with sports, with community events, with work, and then we can forget the real important relationships, our wife, our partner, and our children. So know yourself, know your identity, know what recharges your batteries. If it's with a large group of people or if it's on your own, then do those things and take care of yourself.